Hey y'all, it's Slate the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I'm working on. Which are a couple things. I have 1 week, which is not even a full week of dyeing, to be able to restock from Michigan Fiber Festival, which was amazing. Thank you so much, y'all, for showing up. And get ready for DFW Fiber Fest. That's right, we're coming back to DFW. It's been a few years. We're going to be there. We're super excited, and I'm making sure we have all the yarn for y'all. So, with that said, I have dye all over me. I surprisingly dyed my shirt pretty awesomely down at the bottom that you can't see right now. But anyway, what though did I get worked on this week? Well, not as much as I thought I was going to. I worked on the baby blanket for my soon-to-be nephew, and I say soon-to-be because actually December is not that far, but not that close yet. So anyway, this is how far I got on the Reversible Afghan knit baby blanket by Val Love. Well, not necessarily baby blanket. It's a baby blanket because I'm making it a baby blanket. It's a lot of bees. Anyway, it's been a day, y'all. I got almost 2 out of my 7 squares. This is like my go-to. I did alternate. I don't have the alternating textural square within a square. However, this is the colorway that my sister picked out for the baby. It is Reese's Boston Tea Party in Sprout Worsted. I know. You're like, I can see through it. This makes it super squishy and lovey and bigger than the average. I am using 10.5 needles. Probably if you like to have your fabric closed more, use 9. But anyway, this is what I'm doing. This way it's lightweight, bouncy, and all that stuff. And they just love snuggling in it. Been tested by multiple babies. That's the result. There we go, words. Anyway, so this is about, I'm almost into the finished with the second square, and I am basically in need of adding the next ball. I normally use about 4 balls of yarn to finish this, but I don't know that I use all of it. So I'm going to do a Russian join because look, how many of these blankets have I made? The Russian join makes it easier in the sense that it's not going to come unraveled in the least bit by doing that. These baby blankets, I will say, my nieces and nephews have an amazing penchant for snagging and pulling, and I've taught long day. I've taught my sister how to basically weave her robe back into the normal size stitches from when it gets pulled, but it doesn't snap. And the ends don't come out because Russian join. Anyway, so that's where I'm at, using Sprout Worsted. Absolutely love it. Made it so many times I don't have to quite pay attention, which was good. So that's the only thing I actually worked on this weekend before/during Michigan Fiber Festival, because I've got Fiber Fest finds, one of which was me working on hooks. Anyway, so let's talk about this. What did I find? Well, next to me was Slate Falls Press. If you've seen the books that I've shared from Eric and Joanna Johnson, Eric does all the illustrations, and Joanna wrote the books. She also had patterns that she wrote, knitted patterns to go with the books. But anyway, I've got some of her other books here that I got at the last show that I was at with them. Green Gables Knits, Sherlock Knits, and Little Women Knits. Anyway, so pattern designer. Anyway, they wrote children's books. However, I got some of Eric's designs, drawings, paintings. Anyway, prints. There we go. I absolutely love these, and I'm going to frame them and put them on my wall of art and things that is over off to the side. I need to share with you guys sometime when it gets done. But then I also got some cards of that sheep and of this is a picture out of one of the books. And I absolutely love it. I know I left this thing, I actually can't quite see it, but it's very colorful to me, and I love it. Anyway, got that there. Then I went to Lisa Truax Ceramics, and I got myself this because I might need to use it as a spoon rest in the future. I don't know that I'm meant to have a spoon rest that's made in ceramics that doesn't get dinged or chipped by my family members. Yeah, so I got this in advance of that. In the meantime, I'm going to leave it on my desk here for notions to sit in. That's my plan. Or these shells. There we go. I'll put these shells that Reese got me while we were on vacation in there. Do I like tchotchkes? Yes. Anyway, I also got myself this vase because I didn't have a little vase that was wide that I could put the flowers from my garden in. So I got that. And I got a gift for a friend, but I cannot show you because on the off chance that they actually watch this, I don't want them to know what I got them yet. I also got these button sets from Nightfall Fibers. They're buttons that are sheep. I got these for a cardigan that I'm planning to make with one of Penelope's sets of color that she just played with one day. And so I'm going to use those on that. What else? I went to the Rosefield because the my daughter's recipe lotion, this is what saves my hands from getting cracked every winter since I moved to Ohio. So I got myself a travel size. I also got my niece an unscented travel size because this helps with her eczema really well. It's actually the only thing they've seemingly found that works on her eczema. So yeah, that's the Rosefield. And what else? I went to Ashland Yarns and got myself some soap and wool wash. I have not tried the honeysuckle before. I had the sage and lavender one, lavender and sage. Love that smell. This one smells great too, and I used that on socks today when I washed them. There was also actual soap for you, for me, for you. Anyway, body washing soap, not the wool washing soap. This is oatmeal milk and honey. Smells amazing, looks cute. Got those. What else did I do? I stopped at the Bear and Fox Yarn Den, which is the local yarn shop in Allegan, Michigan, and I got myself some cottons. So do I know what I'm going to do with these? Roughly, which means no. I gave myself a quasi plan so that I could get them. Anyway, I got some Universal Yarn Cotton Supreme Waves because I figured I could make Penelope some cute top out of this. And then I know, this is probably not for washcloths, but I'm going to use it for that. Nobody's going to stop me. Anyway, just flinging the yarn around. I got Queensland Cotton's Coastal Cotton Ocean Mist yarn. So this is for Reese. This is for Penelope. I'm estimating possibly 2 washcloths, like decent sized ones, not the ones that like roll up in your hand because they're too small. For the 2 of them each. Thought that'd be fun because I said it and both of them got excited because I haven't knit them a washcloth in a really long time and they absolutely love them. So got those. And then I got myself in yarn trouble at the show. I went to Apothefaery's booth and saw a super bulky. I thought it was a bulky. It's a super bulky. It is a super bulky. You are going to love it. Oh, also, if I hit the mic, I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't just stop at Apothefaery's. I stopped at the Miller Girls because I had stopped Apothefaery's booth. At the Miller Girls, I got these 2 wooden hooks. You can see they're big honkers, yes? And got these because of the super bulky, so I could work on it. So I wasn't quite sure yet which would work better, so I got a 12 millimeter, which is a USM, and a 10 millimeter. So anyway, got these. I need to learn my millimeters better. So anyway, got these, and I swatched. And by swatched, I mean I started a whole dang project, but I used the 12 millimeter and found that it made an absolutely amazing crocheted fabric with the super bulky that I haven't shown you yet, right? You're watching me like, hurry up and show me the yarn. It was super fluffy, not gappy at all, if that makes sense, even for the fact that I was making a Granny Square Cardi. It filled in the space, the stitches nicely, and was super soft. But I switched to the 10 millimeter because I was getting a larger gauge than I was intending for what I was doing. The 10 millimeter still gives a very nice handle on the fabric that's being created with the crochet. Doesn't have too much body, if you know what I mean. It's got a nice drape, but it's a little bit, brought my gauge in a little bit. So what am I talking about? Well, if y'all remember, because I made this out of yarn over Floyd. I hit the mic, you guys. I'm so sorry. Made this out of yarn over Floyd's bulky. So it's a crocheted granny cardi with a blue sleeve. There might be a technical term. It's a little bit of a balloon sleeve. It's cute. It's 3/4 length. Anyway, made that. Then I went and got my fibers bulky, and I have not finished this yet. I'm on the sleeve part, and the sleeve part's really the thing I was slowing down for because I needed to write down what I did, because I can see what I did, but write it down as I was doing it for the next size up using my fibers bulky. And it's a brighter color, right? So did that. Well, when I was working on one of these squares that you can see, I got the same number of repetitions, not as this one is the first one. This is the bigger size. Here's my square. That is like 3 inches bigger. So, also the put up on this super bulky, because you know your average super bulk is between 75 and 100 yards, right? Tell me if this is not just like complete eye candy if you're walking past. Look at this. It's like 170 yards, okay? So this is my main color. When you wind up the ball, now I've already made that square, which I think I might adjust it. Maybe I won't. But anyway, it's a lot of yarn. How amazing is that? So here's my question for y'all, which means you need a comment, because I know I'm talking at a little circle, but I'm talking to you. All right, here's my question. I have 2 things for you to answer. I'm going to see Apothefaery at DFW. Should I swap out this color, this purple here? And you're seeing it for about what it is. Swap out that purple for another one of her amazing colors, because it's an amazing color, but swap that color out for something that would kind of go with, but also be different. Like, as you could tell with the other multicolor, these are all different, but they go together, right? So something different here for this color, because I'm going to be alternating these 2 colors instead of having like 4 or 5 with this as your main color, which means your sleeves are going to be that color. Okay? That's question 1. Change out the purple or leave it. Question 2 is, do I maintain the size? Because I mean, look at that. Maintain the understanding of the size so I can write into the pattern that you can use bulky or super bulky, and have an understanding of the sizing that a super bulky would give you, so that there'd be a larger sizing chart for wearability, if that makes sense. Or size this down. That's my thing. Leave it as a size it is, or size it down to fit basically the next size up as the bulkies. So I'd write the pattern for bulky and super bulky, or just give you the options, but then you can see how large following one direction. Like say there's we'll say small, medium, large, extra large, okay? If I make the small directions for bulky and super bulky, this would be the super bulky, but then you'd see the sizing differences. I don't know. So if anything, answer number 1. Do I keep the purple or not? Okay. But y'all, go to her booth at DFW and buy all this out, because it's amazing. It is so soft. It's American super bulky. Love it. Anyway, that's what I did. Also, what booth am I at? I think I'm in 622. So you go to the middle and then go to the right. I think that the aisles are, if I remember correctly, the aisles are numbered. So 622, I'm in the middle of the middle on the right side. Anyway, that's all the shenanigans I got into this week. Until next time, happy crafting.